Ladies and gentlemen, it is Oscar time. March the 10th, when you guys are probably going to watch this. Um, this is our early morning predictions video talking about the films that are the best of the best of 2023. So far, there may be others here to come along. It's me and Jedi Mike 7. What's going on, dude? It's Oscar time.
Yeah, long awaited, and I can say this is the year of that the where I've watched all of the films being nominated. So for once, yeah. So at least I'm very happy it got to this point. I'm happy. Thank you, to you, Critic Association, everything for giving me, this whole laundry list of homework to do over the year, like this past year, because man, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. A
Fun.
lot. Yes. Good
Oh
one.
yeah. Oh
Yes.
yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. So I'm looking forward to this, and yeah, I'm ready to just get into it, y'all.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is whenever we get to, I'm not sure I made it all mixed up, but whenever we get to Best Picture, what I will be doing is giving away a free copy, digital copy of Oppenheimer. So if you guys are paying attention and watching, make sure you get ready because I'm gonna just put the code up on the air, and the first person that gets it. So it's just something
Wow, that looks
nice.
like my copy. Wow,
Oh,
look at that.
oh yeah.
That's my copy.
There's another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. See, guys, get a nice edition. It feels good having been open yet. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike may do something similar on his social media, so stay
Yeah.
tuned for that. So yeah, we're gonna go and talk about some of these amazing films, but again, this is our predictions, not what we want to win. What we may do is we may make suggestions on films that probably should have won, but these are gonna be just our predictions on what we think will win. Meaning that some of these movies are not movies that we care for. Some of these movies are not movies that are like, I think this is the absolute best. It's more so along the lines of like, this is what we think is going to actually win, and we'll go through it as quickly as we can. I'm probably gonna be hurt with certain things that I can't say with certain movies that I feel like are the best. But we're here for just the predictions, and if we get a good amount of these predictions in, I think it's gonna be actually pretty funny. So first up on deck, we have actress. Actress in a leading role. So the categories we have for this, we've got Annette Bening for Naiad, Lily Gladstone for Killers of a Flower Moon, Sandra Huller for Anatomy of a Fall, Carrie Mulligan for Maestro, and Emma Stone for Poor Things. So, Mike, take your time now. I'm gonna write you up. I'll let you go first, Mike, and then I'll put who I predict to be the winner.
Yeah, so who I think that turns from this list. Can you bring that list back up? Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Um, yeah, there we go. Get making sure I pronounce that name right. Yeah, so I think this is a good list. Again, I think they had a very good performance. That definitely, receiving previous awards, SAG awards, Critics' Choice awards as well. That's another thing that we can add in terms of the trajectory where we think that the nomination will go in terms of who will be actually received the award for best leading actress. However, I do believe that this is a between Emma Stone and Lily Gladstone because Lily Gladstone got I think she won for the SAG award.
Mhm.
For best actress, and that was completely out of left field. But again, I think that might be also a deciding or be a sign of this is not going to go the way we think. Of this clean sweep from Emma Stone, which we've been seeing this past year. But yeah, who I think will win, most likely Emma Stone. Who I think probably should win, Lily Gladstone. I think that would be a very significant achievement for the Academy. Definitely for being a first Indigenous woman, to be nominated. Um, nominated for this award. Definitely a great achievement. But the history that the Academy Award has with indigenous people and the culture and stuff like that, I think that will be a very telling thing. But again, there's a lot of things involved with these nominations. But I think again, it's between Lily Gladstone, Emma Stone, who I think will win. Emma Stone, who I think should win, be Lily Gladstone.
Okay. So wait, who are you narrowing it down to? Do you think it's gonna be Lily?
I think it's gonna be another surprise. Jamie Lee Curtis winning this, Oscar. I think it might be Lily. That's gonna be surprising.
Wow, that's crazy. So the funny thing is, I actually agree with Mike. I think that based on SAG, it's either going to be Emma or it's going to be Lily, no matter what. But I think that Lily is going to be the one that's going to take home the prize. That's just a random prediction. I could be completely wrong. Who should be up on this list is Teyana Taylor for 1001. She absolutely deserves to be up here over certain people that I'm not gonna name.
Yeah, I'll say,
but she should be up here absolutely. And I'm real surprised that they went that route, but it is what it is. I'm gonna leave that alone for now. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna just say Lily is what my prediction is gonna be. So we'll move forward. Oh snap! It's that time already. Let me get the darn joint now. Got Best Picture. So the categories for Best Picture we have American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of a Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, and Zone of Interest. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this digital code up here. So I'm gonna give you guys time. I'm gonna try to get my camera situated so you guys can be able to see it. I'm gonna keep this up here for about maybe 10 seconds. And Mike, no, you cannot steal this copy. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You get 10 seconds. Uh-oh, it's a little blurry. There you go. 10 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was your opportunity. So, Mike, I give you a little bit of time to think on what is going to win Best Picture.
This is a clean sweep. It's Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer then nonstop of winning, in terms of Best Picture. Was my Best Picture was American Fiction. That's me personally, but also I'll say Past Lives as well. Definitely between that and Past Lives were my favorite out of the year. Again, I don't think this is a bad list at all. That they got Barbie, definitely. I mean, again, great achievements and stuff. Holdovers again might be a surprise. In terms for winning, maybe either they just want to throw left field, but I think again it's going to be Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer been on that trajectory this whole year in terms of the recent awards, and I think it will continue on with that with Oppenheimer.
Okay, so with me, I'm torn. The easy answer would absolutely be Oppenheimer, but statistically speaking, whenever someone wins Best Picture, there's always something that's knocked off. It's either one Best Actor or Best Director or something. It's never like it wins Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, and Best Supporting. Because right now, that's what the tally looks like. Is all four are supposed to hit, and I don't think that they're gonna do that, unfortunately. But I don't think that they're not gonna give Christopher Nolan Best Director. So
yes. Yeah,
there's an opt here to say that Past Lives could win. But the most predictable one, even though Past Lives is the superior film out of all of these, in my personal opinion,
yeah,
it could be The Holdovers. Is probably the second best bet. If Oppenheimer doesn't win, it's gonna go to The Holdovers. Even though I don't think Holdovers is a good movie, but I don't think it's the best movie on this list.
yeah.
I don't think it's the second best on this list because the first best ain't even on this gosh darn list. I think the Across the Spider-Verse should be here. I
I
think
agree with
Godzilla,
you. I just know the Academy Awards are cowards, but it's okay.
like I think Godzilla -1 should be on this freaking list.
I think freaking Iron Claw should be on this list, but
I
that's
think
okay.
right. I think that Origin should be on this gosh darn list. But you know what? What do we know? We are just mere critics. But the fact that Spider-Verse ain't up here, I'm still hurt by that journey. Still hurt. But it's
What's
fine.
up, Danger?
What's up, Danger? How do they not even know what? I'm not gonna
I
get
know. But like I said, they're cowards. It's okay. It's okay.
triggered today. All right, so let's go to the next category. Hopefully you guys got that little code from us. Hopefully you enjoyed it. All right, next up we got for nominees for best cinematography, and the options are what? El Conde. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. Man, that threw me off because I could have sworn that Saltburn was up here.
Oh no.
Or
No.
Napoleon.
No.
They're not up here.
Nope.
That's weird. Okay. Well, Mike, what's gonna win for best cinematography?
I'll say best cinematography now. Okay, this is gonna be interesting because on one hand, I think if Chris Nolan's getting best director, I don't see that him getting best director, not getting cinematography for I forgot to pronounce the person's name, Ote von Fatima. That I think that, but again, Maestro. Listen, it's like I do think they did a good job with in terms of setting the setting of that time period, and again, giving again a certain new like that film. Killers of the Flower Moon, I say it's between. I honestly believe it's between Killers of the Flower Moon and Oppenheimer, in my opinion. If I had to say between those two, Poor Things, I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. Again, because I have mixed feelings with Poor Things, but anyway, that's just me. But I think it's between Oppenheimer and Killer Flower Moon. If I had a bet, I'll put Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I think that again, it's the same thing with the whole Oppenheimer situation. They cannot win everything.
Right.
It would be an easy win to give it to Killers of a Flower Moon. I don't think Poor Things would get it for this. Poor Things would maybe win for production design.
Yeah.
I don't know about cinematography.
No.
Maestro's got some amazing shots. But I would probably edge it over to Killers of a Flower Moon. I would if Oppenheimer wins this, that's ridiculous. They could easily have just given this over to Killers of a Flower Moon and it would be just fine. So let's go to the next category. Next category is sound. Here we go. All right. So the categories are the creator, Maestro, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, Part 1, Oppenheimer, and the Zone of Interest. Before we go down that route real quick, I'm gonna say that from a cinematography standpoint, I think the Spider-Verse could have technically landed in that, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But for this, why isn't Godzilla -1 here?
You tell me. You tell me.
Over Mission Impossible. Because one of the biggest things about Godzilla -1 is the sound. It is insane. But anyway, what is your prediction for sound?
Okay, now I actually think Zone of Interest was actually for the sound, very powerful to the story. That if you knowing the setting where it takes place and literally the sound of this film really impacted impacted this film. So I think that's another one. But creator, I mean, no. Maestro, I guess you want to put for in terms of music and everything. Oppenheimer, yeah, they could, but again, I don't bet. I think this is gonna be for Zone of Interest.
Okay. All right, Mike, I got you. For me, I would give this to Maestro. I think Maestro is gonna win it. Um, Only because they got to spread the wealth evenly. I mean, you
Yes,
could easily give it to Oppenheimer, so I'll put Oppenheimer as an option. Um, and no, creator, no, that's not.
no.
I don't know why creator's up here. Um, Zone of Interest was really good. You know what's crazy? If Dune had came out when it was supposed to in
It'll be a
November,
totally
you
different
know,
conversation.
you know,
Totally different.
it was sweet. It was sweep a lot.
Totally different conversation.
It would sweep so much. But you know what? I digress. Let's keep moving forward. Next up we have film editing. So the options are Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Killers of a Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. I will say that I think that Past Lives and Spider-Verse had some of the best film editing I've seen all year, but I'm gonna just leave that there. Mike, out of these, what do you think will win for best film editing?
Maybe an Anatomy of a Fall to get something, maybe. But but yeah, I think Anatomy of a Fall was interesting. Again, you talk about to lay out evenly. Okay, holdovers is like rent a cafeteria and rent a school for 3 hours, like, and then we're a different setting. That but not. I mean, what? No, we can do editing. Poor things. No. Oppenheimer, yeah, but again, spread out evenly. Kills the Flower Moon, I do believe. However, like there were some scenes in the way that again visually that they had to um display in a way, and I feel like again the way they edited and structured that, I think that was very good. But again, I'll put Anatomy of the Fall or Killers of Flower Moon.
Okay, okay. For me, this is Anatomy of a Fall, easy. Like the way that Anatomy of a Fall even opens and they transition between courtroom scenes and certain things, I think it's an easy win on that area. Poor Things does have some decent edits here or there. I think that Godzilla Minus One actually has some of the best edits, to be honest. Some of those edits are so emotional in the transitions. I think they pay off so well. There's this one shot of like there's just raining like debris and actors just on the ground yelling and then it transitions straight to another moment so well. But yeah, that is film editing. Next up, we have adapted screenplay. Options are American Fiction, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest. This is a really hard category. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, it's
This is
not.
probably the best category that seems right to me.
Mhm.
So Mike, take your time.
Mhm.
But what do
No,
you?
it's easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay. What is your vote?
American Fiction is easily winning this.
Oh, you think it's gonna win?
Yes,
Not what you want, but you think it's
now
gonna
I
win
want. I think it's easily going to win this.
over Barbie and Zone of
Yes,
Interest?
what they're adapting.
Okay.
I've read. Listen, I have the screenplay. Where's my fucking thing? I have it back here. Yeah. What were they adapting in Barbie? What were you adapting? It's freaking no. It's American Fiction. That's a book that was adapted into a movie or following what's been adapted. Again, Mattel, y'all can anyway. I can't say it. I'm giving up my language and certain things for Lent. You know what I mean? So anyway, but yes, it's adapting a book into a film into the structure of that story and stuff. So yeah, American Fiction by definition of adapted screenplay. Yes,
Okay. All right. Got it.
if anything, Zone of Interest maybe. maybe, but American Fiction.
Okay. Adapted screenplay. I don't know. This is a tough one, to be honest with you. My instinct says American Fiction is gonna win. That's my instinct. But I could easily see them giving this over to Oppenheimer just because they want to kind of buffer some stuff out. But in my personal opinion, it's only between American Fiction and the Zone of Interest.
Yeah.
I don't know what other category Zone of Interest would even win, but this would probably be the best bet. Um, so yeah, yeah. Okay. So next category is original screenplay. So we have Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Maestro, May December, and Past Lives. What do you got?
Sorry, I was reading Oppenheimer's screenplay. Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with my choice. Anyway, um, sorry, this shout out to adapted screenplay. Good read, but yeah, I made my decision. Past lives, if they don't, if that past life don't win this, I'm gonna be, questioning the the academy, and I'm actually doing a thorough investigation on the matter. But no, past life, I think should win and going to win for original screenplay. You bring back the list again. Anything maybe I also probably give. I also read because the only really ones I read were Past Lives, May December. I read and Holdovers, but Holdovers might get this too. May December I think was interesting, but again I no Past Lives I thought was just beautiful in terms of this, but yeah, that's just my opinion.
No, I am right there with you, man. I think that for an original screenplay, I think I would give this immediately to Past Lives. Past Lives is one of the best movies this year. It may be the best movie that came out in 2023. But yeah, I would give that to Past Lives without even a question. And they'd be crazy not to give that to Past Lives. But we've seen crazier things, so they could probably give it to Anatomy of a Fall. Anatomy of a Fall that might be its best contention to win
Yeah,
anything.
it's yeah, I agree.
So it's possible for them to win that, maybe. But yeah, I'm all the way past lives for that one. I don't think the holdover is gonna win that.
No,
I think Paul Giamatti is his best bet is um winning best actor, Paul Giamatti. So that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, let's go over to the next category. Let's see what we got coming up. Ooh, ironic. Actor in a leading role. But before we get there, got a special guest came in. Hold on one second. Reggie,
yeah,
the
hey,
real critic. What's going on, man?
Man, I don't even know what to say. Hey y'all, that's what I'm gonna say first, and then I'll call Sam on a different thing about me being in DC and him not. That's a whole nother story. But I tried to hook up with the brother in person while I was in
oh,
DC.
you should let me know. I'm down the street too,
I
man.
did not know that, but I'm just saying that man. I never seen anything like it. But anyway, let's go back to the Oscars, man. It's about awards, and I'm talking about unawards.
Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna say this, Reggie. I'm so sorry, but we'll talk. We'll talk. Okay, so the listing for actor in a leading role: Bradley Cooper, Coleman Domingo, Paul Giamatti, Cillian Murphy, and Jeffrey Wright. I think all of us have a specific person that should win. But let's talk about who we think is gonna actually win. So this is a really interesting category. Mike, I'll let you go up first. Who you got for best actor?
Okay, so to my knowledge, again, I think Paul Giamatti only won Critics' Choice, correct?
Yeah.
This Critics' Choice. He did not win the SAG. He did not win BAFTA. Correct?
BAFTA, I don't know.
Yeah, I believe he didn't win BAFTA. The only one he won was the Critics' Choice awards. Mm-hmm. So out of all of that, Cillian Murphy, whatever, he's been a clean sweep in every category, in every award season. This season, and it's between everyone saying because of the Critics' Choices awards that's everyone thinking that probably is going to happen. Listen, if this is going to be another Angela Bassett what the F moment, that might probably get pulp, and they're like, yeah, we understand. But again, you have to understand there's 3 categories you got to be locked in. They definitely should give Best Director to Chris Nolan. They're definitely going to give Best Supporting to Robert Downey Jr. And now you have Best Picture with Oppenheimer, and now you got 4 if you want to give him Best Actor. Again, have we seen that before in history? Maybe, but not consistently. So I'm just making this move based off of the pattern of behavior. I think Paul Giamatti is going to be a surprise. I'm thinking Paul, who I think should, Cillian Murphy, who I think will, Paul.
All right, so real quick, I am going to list off some that he did win. So he did win for the Boston Society of Film Critics, Chicago, Reggie's own Film Critics Association. He won National Board of Review Award for Best Actor, Satellite Award for Best Actor, and I think that may be it outside of the CCA. Everything else is nomination based, but oh wait, no, he actually did. Yeah, he won the Golden Globe as well. So the Golden Globe he won was because of Best Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, and Comedy, though. So he's still in the running technically, but nah. Reggie, who you got winning, man?
Well, it's really interesting. I mentioned on my radio show yesterday that I thought Paul Giamatti might eke this one out.
Oh snap!
Yeah, I wouldn't agree with that. I wouldn't agree with that, but I think that the way this what I want to call a small picture has captured the imagination of a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And people have really flocked to saying, I understand all of these characters, and that they feel that it was a complete film. I just think that it's going to get a little bit of love, and that love is going to come in 2 ways. I think it's going to come by the way of Paul, and I think it's going to come by the way of Devine. So
wow, that's wild. Okay, Reggie, I see you.
Now, where I disagree with Mike is that who should win? I think hands down Jeffrey Wright should win. I think hands down. I think that.
Hold up.
I don't even think it's a contest, right? I think that what Hollywood likes to do. No, Mike, it's okay because we adults. We don't always have to agree.
No, I agree with you, but I know the Academy. That's if all my answer, I'm like, yeah. But anybody black? The words Issa Rae. Anybody black? Yes.
But yeah, I think what Jeffrey did in this film showed people who don't know his filmography the range that this guy has. Yep. And when and if you don't know his filmography, you need to go back and check it, because there were some things that I forgot that Jeffrey Wright was in. I was like, oh yeah, he did play that dude. He didn't look like that dude though. Mm-hmm. Oh, he played that dude too. His range is wicked, and he is able to show that range in this one film in so many ways. He does it as the brother, he does it as the lover, he does it as the professor, and then he does it as a pseudo writer writing something else. And he plays these 4 roles seamlessly as he moves in and out throughout this film. I think hands down Jeffrey Wright should be the winner and should win. I think that Paul Giamatti may eke it out over a Murphy.
Wow, that is profound. Okay, who's gonna actually win? I think it would be interesting if Paul actually won over Chilean, only because we've been talking about it. Like, no matter what, Christopher Nolan's gonna win for Best Director. Oppenheimer's gonna win for Best Picture, and Robert Downey Jr. is almost a shoo-in to win. Even though I felt like Charles should have even been up there, but he didn't get nominated. So it would be an interesting flutter for Chilean not to win, but it would be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It would be really heartbreaking. I don't know if this man will ever get in a position to be in the best picture, best actor situation ever again. It's not to say that he's not worthy of it. It's just what the Academy is going to actually do, and it's the same thing for Paul. So, I'm gonna rest this at man. I'm gonna rest it at Chilean just because I'm gonna stay safe here. I think Paul could win, and he may win, but I'm gonna leave it at Chilean for now. I'm gonna be safe on this one. I'm gonna write yours in too, Reggie, so I can keep a track of it.
So let me ask you a question, Sam. Is that you said that I didn't hear who you said you thought
Who actually should be the best?
yeah.
Oh, Jeffrey.
And
Not
then who did you say was not listed in the category?
Oh, I was talking about for best supporting. Charles Melton for May December.
Okay.
He wasn't even nominated, but Robert Downey Jr. is absolutely gonna win. For Oppenheimer.
Okay, because I felt that when we look at Coleman Domingo, he should have been a double nominee, and he should have been nominated in the supporting actor category.
Yep.
And I think I don't think it was a snub. I think it was one of the biggest mistakes ever not to have him. And I'm talking about no Rustin. Of course, he got that best actor, but I'm talking about for The Color Purple.
Yeah.
Yes. For The Color Purple, what this man did with that role was incredible. I mean, it also showed the range of this guy in the same freaking year.
Yep.
In two different films, he looks like two different people. And you're like, what? He impressed me because I liked him. I thought he was good, but I didn't think he was like that.
Right. And now he's gonna be Michael Jackson daddy.
Right. He killed it. So
yeah, he's a beast, man. And it's crazy for me because I saw him in 3 things last year. I saw him in Sing Sing. I think the trailer just finally debuted. I think that was his best performance last year over everything he's done so far. And a lot of people still ain't seen that yet. But man, he's amazing. He's amazing. All right, so next category we have documentary feature film. We've got Bobby Wine, The People's President, The Eternal Memory, 4 Daughters, To Kill a Tiger, and 20 Days in Madripoor. Mike, what you got?
I'm lost in this one.
What do you mean? You gotta vote for something.
Like you pull up the list again. I'm really lost with this one. I haven't heard anything about this. The thing To Kill a Tiger, I think I've heard, and maybe 4 Daughters, but maybe it's To Kill a Tiger. Yeah, let's go with that one.
Okay, so you're going with To Kill a Tiger. I'm gonna write yours down. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
All
right, Reggie, what you got for best documentary?
So this is interesting because I don't know if you guys are voted for the Film Independent Spirit Awards, and I am, and I voted for Four Daughters, and it won. So I don't know if because I didn't see them all actually, all of the ones on this list, but I I I think this is always a tough one because of just because it is the documentary, like I think this is a just going to be tough, and it's going to be one that's going to be tough to call, but because I voted for Four Daughter, I mean yeah, for Four Daughters, I'm going to say maybe the win. It didn't win any of the other major ones, but it was nominated consistently throughout the year. So I want to say I'm going to say Four Daughters.
Okay. For me, I'm gonna also vote for Four Daughters. I've only seen two on this list. Um, yeah, I was interested. I'm curious why Maxine's Dreams didn't show up on this list, the Tyler Perry documentary. I'm still real confused by from a distribution
Yes,
point why
yes, I did see that one.
that wasn't up there. There was another documentary I saw. When was it? 2023, early 2023 or late 2022. Butterfly in the Sky. This is a documentary about the Reading Rainbow, LeVar Burton. That's finally getting distribution now, and it's going to be up for nomination because it's going to be coming out this year finally. I don't know if because it was on the streaming and it wasn't like in the feature film status. I don't know, but Maxine's Dream I thought could have ended up here, but for me, I'm gonna just rest mine at Four Daughters. All right.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I do want to mention that because Perry is so controversial, which I really don't understand, by the way, why he is so freaking polarizing, is because and the reason I don't understand it is that the film world has people who make light movies, heavy movies, medium movies, happy movies, silly movies. We have people throughout the spectrum, and Tyler Perry has cornered a little part of the market, and we have no appreciation. At least a lot of people don't have any appreciation for his craft. They
Not at all.
they respect his businessmanship, but don't have the real understanding of his craft. And I think that this documentary did a really good job of addressing some of those issues and continuing that dialogue and conversation. I thought that was a good documentary. I thought they did a good job with that. I think additionally, there's the one about the land. I forgot the name of it. Sam, maybe you remember. It was um, family who had their land stolen,
Was it?
and
It wasn't Concrete Utopia. What was
no,
it?
no, and they were fighting for it,
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember it.
and I don't know. I mean, I have been singing his praises, and I'm my now I'm having a brain block, but it might be because you blocked me in DC. So anyway, go ahead and move on.
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take it nicely. All right, next up we got costume design. First up is Barbie, Killers of a Flower Moon, Napoleon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. Now, why Color Purple isn't up here? I don't understand, but
You
you
know
know
why?
what? It's
You
not
know
for us
why?
to go that route today.
You know why?
Mike, what is taking home best costume design? You already know you're gonna put a B up, but go ahead to say it anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I just
yeah.
put that in right. Okay. Make sure you focus. You got it. Yeah. See, then when you open it, you see more costumes. You see more pink. Boom. There you go. You see all that color. You see all that, especially with this one. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now Mike, you ain't even lying with her. What they did with her, oh my goodness, that was fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I now well, again, what I think is color purple definitely left out of this was disappointing. However, who I think out of this, I'd be surprised if poor things would come in and sweep in there out of that. be honest with you. Barbie, though, I think it's between Barbie and Poor Things. I don't know why Oppenheimer is in there. You can just go to freaking, Man's Hardware, get the same suits, and you will look no different. But yeah, for real. No lies told. Killer's Flower Moon, again, I think the only costume really is in terms of as with Lily Gladstone. Everybody else, you can just go get that, at freaking shop and stuff like that. But Lily Gladstone, again, her, I love her wardrobe in that film. But yeah, I think for me, it gotta be Barbie. You're, how can it not be Barbie? But I'd be surprised again. It might be Poor Things there as well.
Yeah. Reggie, what do you got for best costume design?
So I love that Mike just wants to have me disagree with him today, and so I'm going to disagree with him on Killers of the Flower Moon in terms of the costuming. Is that uh, they had to take great pains to make sure they did the whole tribe correctly. And because the tribe was featured pretty prominently throughout the film, beyond Lily Gladstone, I think that it is deserving of being there, but it will not win. So my disagreement is that I think just from a costume perspective, they did better than just trying to outfit Lily. I actually think that Poor Things is going to win this. I, 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 if Barbie wins it, it's going to be a sympathy vote because people will be like, "Yeah, we didn't give Greta nothing." And I don't mean it shouldn't win, but I think that people like this, like Poor Things, and like what was done with Poor Things in terms of the various costumes. So where I agree with Mike, I wouldn't be surprised at all. In fact, I think Poor Things is going to win it. If I was voting, I'd vote for Barbie, but I think Poor Things is going to win it.
That's an interesting take. What I'm gonna say is, I think that if what I think is gonna happen happens, if Killers of the Flower Moon wins this category for best costume design, it'll show you that the Academy is paying close attention to Martin's movie, and it's a clear indicator that Lily may edge this out. I do think that the costume design for Poor Things is really good. I think the amount of different variations of costumes, specifically with the musical numbers for Barbie, is a safer bet. So, but I'm gonna say Killers of the Flower Moon is gonna win this. But if it doesn't, it'll probably go to Barbie, realistically. In my opinion. But yeah, I think you guys both had really interesting points with that. But I do think if you see Killers of the Flower Moon win this, don't be surprised if Lily wins. Don't be surprised.
I agree.
Let's see what we got next. Visual effects. Hey, there's only one clear winner here, but I'll just go through the motions anyway. Mike, we've got The Creator, Godzilla -1. Don't you start, Mike. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, and Napoleon. Mike, who is the real winner of visual effects? Mike. I know, Mike. I know you know, and I know. But what is actually going to win?
Anyway, Godzilla -1 should absolutely win this again for the budget that they have. That I believe was $15 million, and what they're able to execute with that, it should be there for best sound, best visual effects, best editing, and yeah, Godzilla. Hopefully, will get this for best visual effects. Creator, yeah, I get it. I mean, yes, we all seen District 9 and Elysium and Oblivion, and so we what's the name? Ex Machina. We've all seen it. We get it. But what should win? Godzilla -1. I don't know why Mission Impossible's up there, but okay. But yeah, and I don't know why this is up there because this was the winner, but it's okay.
Hey, what's gonna happen? Guardian's gonna win. You watch. Reggie, what's What's gonna win best visual effects?
So, Mike, I think that you're right, but I can't say 100% you're right because I was in LA and some people ran off and did an excursion to go see Godzilla without me. And and, they was like, oh, okay, I don't know what you're doing, Reg, but we about to go and see Godzilla. And I'm like, when? Well, we already planned it, and so I actually didn't get to see Godzilla because my friends, well, not my friends, the people I know ran off and did an excursion while we were together. I mean, like we were like together, like hanging out together, and went off and did Godzilla. So I think Godzilla is going to win, but I can't confirm that because I unfortunately didn't get to see it.
Oh man, these shots just keep getting fired on. Okay, I'm gonna write Reggie. Wait, Mike. Hard. Hold on. Reggie, what you voting for?
Godzilla, man. I'm going with Mike because no, on the real, everybody I talked to have said I don't know why, and I'm being serious. I don't know why you didn't see this movie, and they're like that it's going to win in this category. So I'm going to go with the people that I know who are in the know and say Godzilla -1. And the -1 was me because I didn't get to see it.
Oh yeah. So before I give my prediction, which is gonna be the creator, I'm joking. I'm gonna bring somebody else in really quick. Ronin Unchained. What's up, man?
What's up, guys?
How you doing, dude?
Ronin in the house.
Just got off work, and then I just heard somebody talking about Godzilla -1. I'm like, wait, what? What about -1? What?
Yeah, so Ronan, definitely thank you for coming. This is our Oscar predictions video. So anything that you think is actually going to win, that's what we're kind of talking about. Out of this category of the creator, Godzilla, Guardians, Napoleon, and of course, whatever, Mission Impossible, not Spider-Man. What do you think will actually win the Oscar?
It's either down between Godzilla or Guardians Volume 3. And I think it would be criminal if -1 didn't win. I think it'd be very criminal, and it'd be like, wow, the Academy really has their up there. Yeah, I think for what that film did with the budget it had, and in comparison to that whole lineup, it's just like, yeah, either legendary directors or up and newcomers should take a look and learn from that movie itself. The reason why I also throw in Volume 3 just because if you make a trilogy of film and you present these characters that have been past that trilogy of films, and you make me care about a damn raccoon that can talk and has a filthy mouth and a walking, talking tree, that's commendable. And I don't care what the legendary directors say, that's commendable. So I would put those two there. I really don't think Napoleon, with what it got from critic-wise and box office, and what Mission Impossible got as well, I don't see those nowhere near that Oscar. Maybe the creator could be a surprise, just because the one thing that people took away was visually it arrived. It was there, regardless of how people felt about the movie. But I would put my money on Godzilla. And hello, Miles Morales. I would put my money on Godzilla, and if not Godzilla, well then Guardians Volume 3.
Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Oh my god,
that's copyright.
Oh my god, how do we get here? All right, so this is me taking my emotions out of it. I absolutely know for a fact Godzilla -1 should win. But don't be surprised if we're all wrong and they just give it to the creator. Because from a visual standpoint, especially if you're going off of visual effects, it is still one of the best looking. And I mean, they've catered to this director before. And from a visual effects standpoint, it is up there. So don't be surprised if the creator wins. It's really realistically either going to be the creator or it's going to be Godzilla -1. I'm going to leave Godzilla -1 as my prediction, but I'm going to defer to the creator as realistically going to be the alternative one that they're going to have win. So That's me taking my emotion out of it. So the next little bits for these, it's like 3 different categories. We'll go really quick with these. Animated short film, documentary short film, and live action short film. Now, some of these you guys probably haven't even seen, so you can just give your educated guess. I'll write those out on the block, and then we'll kind of go from there. So for animated short film, we've got Letter to a Pig, 95 Senses, Our Uniform. Does that say? What's that say? Patchy Drim? I don't know how to pronounce that. I apologize. War is Over, and that's for animated short. Documentary short film. We've got the ABC's Books of Banning, the Barber of Little Rock, Island in Between, The Last Repair Shop, Nine Nine Weepo, and that is for documentary short film. And then live action short film is The After, which I saw. Invincible, not to be confused with the show, Night of Fortune, Red, White, and Blue, and The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. So you can just go through the list if you guys want to give what you think is going to win for those. I mean, a lot of us haven't seen that many of these, but for the sake of it, we can just go ahead and put it up. Animated. All right, Mike, what is your predictions? Documentary, live action.
Okay, I'm just gonna go out a win. I'm gonna say maybe what's it called, the 95 Senses. Yeah, maybe that. Live action short, let's say Red, White, Blue. I'd be surprised. Hey. The documentary short film, The Barber of Little. Let me see. Yeah, let me go. Okay, let me go. The Barber of Little Rock. Let me try that one. So yeah.
Okay, what was yours again?
95th Senses. Red, white, and blue, I guess, and The Barber of Little Rock.
All right, Reggie. What are your predictions?
I'm sorry, I had myself on mute. I said you're right. I haven't seen them all. I think that The War is Over is going to win animated short. I am not sure here, but I think in terms of just the subject matter, I think the ABCs of book banning. I think the Academy is going to spark to that one. I just think so. It's just I could be wrong. Well, we all could be wrong, but I could be wrong there. And then for live action short, I've been hearing, and this is one I want to see. It's on Netflix. Is The After, and I've been hearing some good things about it. So I'm going to go with The After.
Okay. Ronin, educated guesses here, and that's something you haven't seen.
Educated guess. I think War is Over. Inspired by the music of John Lennon and Yoko Ono, which as a Beatle fan, I should see that. If I could get my hands on that, I should see that. The ABC's Book of Banning. I think that title has me intrigued. I'm like, ooh, what's that about? And then for a live action short film, I would go The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. Yeah, that'd be my pick. But yeah, I haven't seen this list. I want to see War is Over. I want to see what's that about.
Okay. For me, I've got Letter to a Pig. It just sounds freaking weird. Next, I think I got Nine Nine Weepo. Writing that down, and then The After, because that's the only one I actually saw out of all these. So yeah, that is all those. So let's go to the next category. Here we go. All right. Oh man, hey, here we go. Best Director: Anatomy of a Fall, Justine; Killers of a Flower Moon, Martin; Oppenheimer, Christopher; Poor Things, Yorgos; and The Zone of Interest, Jonathan. All right. First on deck, Mike. Who do you got for Best Director? Who's actually gonna win?
Can you hear the music, Mike? Yes, he did twice.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's just Chris Nolan. Again, do I think this is his best film? No. But do I think he's going to win this? Yes. Should he win this? Yes.
Dang.
Oh, wait. Hold on, let me stop. Well, should again, I know the Academy, so I'm like, again, I love American fiction. I love the story and everything, but again, I think personally, I think it's gonna be Chris Nolan. One of my most in my list for the last almost 5 or 10 years, one of the most underrated directors to date, and now hopefully he'll give his credit where credit is due, and it to me is overdue.
Okay. Reggie, who you got winning Best Director?
I think hands down, Chris Nolan is going to win. If I had a vote, though, I'd actually vote for Anatomy of Fall.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that what was done with that film and how it captured my attention in a way that I was surprised, that I was on the edge of my seat watching it from beginning to end. This is nothing to take away from Christopher Nolan's accomplishment in Oppenheimer, because Nolan did a really good job with that. But I think that Justine, she was masterful in Anatomy of a Fall. Absolutely masterful. So if I had a vote, I'd vote for Anatomy of a Fall.
Oh snap! So is that what you think's gonna win, or that's
No, that's not going to win.
Okay.
It's not. I don't think it has a chance in hell. I think it's going to Chris. I think it already went to Christopher. I think they gave it to him already. He has it on the mantle, but then they just gonna go through the motions again and do it on live.
That's hilarious.
So I think he got it, and Oppenheimer honestly is a towering accomplishment. So did a really really good job. I just think that some of the intricacies that I see and I saw in some of the details and the nuances that you get from Anatomy of a Fall just showed that Justine did man, just a lot with a little, and just the move, just everything there. I was very impressed with that movie. So, but I think it's no doubt about it's going to be Oppenheimer.
Okay. All right, Ronin. Who do you think is going to win the Oscar?
I think Nolan will win it. I think he would have my vote. But then looking back at it again, and I really dug Oppenheimer. I think Yorgos for Poor Things. I effing dug that movie. That movie was buck wild, and with what he was doing with not just the actors, but with the sets, the music, and I don't know, it had the hook on me the whole time. So I think this might be Chris's moment, much like Roger Deakins, where he finally won the Oscar doing Blade Runner, which he deserved, in my opinion. But I've been hearing a lot of Anatomy of Fall, and it's been, I don't know if it's appropriate to say, but it's been the indie darling of it, where people have been thinking like, yo, you gotta watch Anatomy of Fall. So I think Chris has earned it after all this time, even when he was nominated for Dunkirk and all that stuff. But I think Chris might win it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Anatomy of Fall took it. Or I'd be a happy camper if Poor Things won that. I respect Mr. Scorsese, but yeah, I don't think I would give it to him for Killers. I would have given it to him for The Irishman. And for The Zone of Interest is another one that was talked about a lot. So I think Nolan will get it, but with the exception of Scorsese, you never know who out of the other four can get it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And Sam, we this could be a discussion for another day, but I'm always enamored about the folks who like poor things, because I didn't see it, and it didn't touch me. It didn't touch me in any way. I didn't leave like feeling like, okay, this is a movie that I want to talk about, discuss. It was like, was that it? I mean, really? Seriously? But a lot of people really liked Poor Things. So this is not to like to go against that, but I'm just saying it's so interesting because people really did like Poor Things. And I'm like, Reggie, you must be out of touch because you don't. I know a number of people who like Poor Things. So
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, to me, I feel you. You know, I've seen it, but it kind of reminded me of this movie a little bit, in terms of a similar feeling I had watching it. So you know what? There's certain scenes. There's just certain scenes. There's certain scenes in Poor Things that remind me of this film, but I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide.
Really, Saltburn?
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa, moving forward. All right. So, I think that Christopher Nolan is going to win for this category. If he doesn't win, the only other person that they're going to give it to, because it's the Academy, they're going to just give it to Martin. And I hate to say it that way. I think Justine for Anatomy of a Fall is more deserving. Heck, Jonathan for the Zone of Interest is more deserving. But if Christopher Nolan doesn't win, they're going to give it to Martin Scorsese for a lot of different reasons and legacy reasons. I'm going to say something really controversial, but I think that you could take, I'm going to say this nicely. You could take Kills of the Flower Moon, Zone of Interest, or Poor Things out of this and put Past Lives and put Celine's song up here, and she should be winning. I'm going to say it like that. There's no reason why Celine is not here, because Past Lives is the best movie of 2023. And I'm going to leave it like that. And her directing was phenomenal. There's no reason why she's not in this category. And I'm going to leave it at that. Next category. Here we go.
But you're wrong, though, Sam. But go ahead. I mean, you've been wrong since you left me in DC by myself. But you're wrong. But it's cool.
For time's sake, I'm not going to debate you because I know how you feel about Past Lives, and I'm going to leave it alone.
No. I thought Past Lives was phenomenal.
Right.
I thought Past Lives was phenomenal, but I don't think it was the best film of the year. I don't think any film was better than American Fiction. I don't think any film was better than American Fiction.
Listen, I agree with you. But listen, American Fiction is my favorite. To me, I believe it's the best film of the year for me. But do I think it's the best film for the Academy? Whatever. I just know the Academy. And again, you just gotta play with the cards you dealt with. You know, if up to me, every Black person will win this award. But it's okay. It's okay.
All right. Speaking of American Fiction,
but real quick, Sam, is that I do want to qualify this, and I can do it really quickly. Is that I saw Oppenheimer a couple of times, and the crowd left like, "Oh man, that's a great movie." I saw American Fiction 3 times, and the crowd left talking, discussing, debating that film. The impact that American Fiction had on the discussion around things that we do on a regular basis was just more impactful. So that's one of the reasons for me that American Fiction is the best film of the year. Films have to move you. Films have to make you want to do something. And Oppenheimer made people maybe want to go watch some things because it's a towering achievement. So I'm not saying that. I just think that American Fiction just did a lot more.
So
lift every voice and sing.
And my thing, I want to say this though. I don't think my thing is a black thing on this one though. I think because I saw this movie. Actually, I saw it 4 times, and I saw it with so many different audiences. I saw it with a white audience. I saw it with a black audience, and the discussion around the film is just so rich. It's unbelievable for me. So I don't think that I liked it just because it was a black thing. I want to see how did the people respond to this movie, not how the Academy would respond to it. So that's just my 2 cents, man. I'm sorry.
I like to give my 2 cents and just saying that I have not seen American Fiction yet. I know it's criminal, but I am. That's the one film in theaters now that I'm just rushing to be like, all right, do I have money in my balance, and do I have time to sit down and just go run to theater, watch it, because I enjoyed Oppenheimer a lot. And in my neck of the woods, we did talk about a lot of like nuclear stuff and whatnot, and kids who weren't, how do I put it, raised with the awareness that my parents raised me with the awareness. So I knew about this stuff, and I've always been worried about like, yeah, nuclear weapons, I don't know. And some kids were like, I don't know, man, it's messed up. Yeah, he's a fallen hero or not. But with American Fiction, again, I'm not black, I'm brown. That first teaser, I can tell you this, that first teaser kicked my ass. I was like, that's something to look forward to. Sadly, time said, shut up. So right now, that's the one movie in theaters that right now I'm trying to rush and see it before it's out of movie theaters.
Okay.
Mike, was I out of line? I'm sorry.
No, you weren't out of line.
No.
And for me, as amazing as American Fiction is and was, I've not been 2023. I wasn't emotionally compromised, unlike the movie Past Lives put me in. I was emotionally compromised in Past Lives, straight up, and it was just off of sheer dialogue and story. Like I don't even know where to kind of put it. In American Fiction did the same exact thing, but it hit differently for me with Past Lives. I think that when I watched American Fiction with my family, man, we loved it, but the conversations were great. When I watched Past Lives just by myself, and any other time after I watched it, I'm emotionally compromised. And I don't know. I think that's the difference. Like I won't talk about Past Lives with other people. I'm just emotionally compromised. I know how it made me feel. So I think that's the thing. Anyway, actor in a supporting role. Speaking of American Fiction, you got up here Sterling K. Brown, Robert Downey. Oh man, I almost skipped over Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro, Robert Downey Jr., Ryan Gosling, and why the heck Mark Ruffalo. So what are you voting for here? Mike, you better put Sterling K. Brown up there. You're just joking. Who's gonna win, Mike?
So long story short, Sterling K. Brown is my pick for John Stewart Green Lantern, the new universe of James Gunn. But I'll let
Preach.
That's a separate conversation. Anyway, I am Iron Man. Whatever it takes. It's Robert Downey Jr. It's Robert Downey Jr.
All right. Reggie.
Yeah, it's gonna be Robert Downey Jr. Anytime that you have a film where people are saying, who's playing that? Oh, was that is that Robert? That's right. Oh, that's Robert Downey Jr. You know, that means that you were acting your butt off. So I will say something about Mark Ruffalo is that we always talk about people's bodies of work, and you know they should have won this time, they shouldn't have won that time. I'm happy they put him in there. I didn't like the movie, but I'm like, look, give Mark Ruffalo a statue, man. Give him a statue. The guy does some good work. So I'm not mad that they put him in there. If we got to see Poor Things, then if Poor Things wins anything, let Mark Ruffalo win that.
Ronin, who's gonna win?
Damn, man.
And not who you
I
think,
really
like who's actually gonna win, not who you want.
I think you know what's funny because of what happened with Barbie and how much the hoopla of Ken was. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a coin toss between Ryan Gosling and Robert Downey Jr. I love RDJ. I love RDJ. I thought it was good. I wasn't what's the right way? Yeah, I'll just say it. I wasn't blown away by his performance all the way. I did dig it. I thought it was a good back and forth between Cillian Murphy's Oppenheimer. But those, funny enough, those two actors for co-stars were the talks about for most of the past year with the Barbenheimer situation. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's a coin toss between those two. I've got a feeling with what Mike has been saying that maybe Sterling deserves it. Why not? Or maybe he did what he did with American Fiction. But I I dug Poor Things. I what Mark did in that and that movie was I did not expect, and I would put my money on, like, I would want Mark to win, but I think it's gonna be a coin toss between Ken and RDJ, or Ryan Gosling and RDJ. Jesus.
He's definitely gonna win that. You called him Ken,
Yeah.
so he became the character for you. So for me, the easy answer is absolutely Robert Downey Jr. In a perfect world, if this was the Boondocks, we were daring to dream, it would be amazing if Sterling K. Brown won for Best Supporting and Jeffrey Wright won for Best Acting. In a perfect world, that would be fantastic. I would, and I'm not saying that I'm just throwing that away. Like, no, like Sterling K. Brown was amazing in that role. He absolutely could or should win. But I think that it's a toss-up really between Robert Downey Jr., Ryan Gosling. I think personally, Ryan Gosling is getting a lot more exposure. I think that Robert De Niro killed it in Kills of a Flower Moon. I think that from a performance standpoint, it was one of his best. He was such a snake in that joint. So to me, it would really be if I took my emotions out of it, I would put it between Robert De Niro and Sterling K. Brown. But what I think as far as the Academy, it's going to be Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Gosling. It's between the two. Not sure who it's going to actually be though.
Can I echo Reggie's sentiment that Mark Ruffalo has been killing it for a while? I remember after Avengers, I was like, I gotta look this guy up, and I fell to Zodiac. I fell to Foxcatcher, and then the Spotlight, and then a bunch of other movies and whatnot. But I was just like, this guy's good, and he fits into Banner shoes, and then he fits to his other character shoes. So I echo the sentiment, and again, because I dug Poor Things a lot. I was laughing my ass off in that movie theater. Anytime he was doing the dance like that, I was like, oh, I love this. This is worth price of admission, in my opinion.
That's hilarious. All right, so here we go. Next up, we got actress in a supporting role: Emily Blunt, Danielle Brooks, America Ferrera, Jodie Foster, and Divine Joy Randolph. Who's gonna win? Mike.
Hashtag Black Girl Magic. So I'll say that it's between. You put the list again. It's gonna be between Divine or Divine. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. Joy Randolph and Danielle Brooks, and I will be happy with either of them. And I don't want to say which one I think should win or will win, because both of them should win. But I honestly, I'm be real with you. I think Danielle Brooks is so I think should win, but I think probably might be Joy Randolph, honestly. But yeah, I'm okay. Black Girl Magic.
All right. I'm trying to type Mike's out. All right, Reggie, who you got?
So I think Divine is gonna just do a sweep. She's been winning throughout, and quite frankly, it was a surprise for me because I think what Danielle did in Color Purple, I thought that was the winning role this year. But without having the opportunity, firstly, to have seen the holdovers a couple of times and also talk to Divine, what she did with that character, I want to say was she made a character that probably would have been a throwaway character, a very very meaningful character. And when you talk to her, you see all the things that she added to make that a full rounded character. So uh, either one of them wins it, it'll be fine. I I am very very disappointed in the Academy as usual. That they that the love that they showed to The Color Purple was absolutely abysmal. But in one sense, it's they did us a favor because the last time The Color Purple was nominated 11 times, it didn't win anything anyway. So you know.
Oh man. Ronan, what do you think is gonna win for oh snap, I'm stuck. Can't go anywhere. I'm stuck on Reggie.
Oh, that's good. So, hey, everybody, this is Reggie Ponder's show. Oh,
Can I see the list again, Sam?
Yeah, sure.
I think, yeah, I don't think I love Emily Blunt, but I don't think she ain't getting it. And I don't think so. Jodie Foster will be getting it. I think it's going to be a coin toss between Danielle Brooks and Divine Joy Randolph. Although, again, all I kept hearing was that, oh my gosh, Ken, and that monologue from Barbie, that monologue. So I wouldn't be surprised that the Oscars, it's you sure you have your bets here and there, but you never know. They'll just throw in a flag, on the floor, and you don't know where it's coming from. So I wouldn't be surprised if America Ferrera also won. And for me, uh, uh, as a Latino, I would not be mad. I wouldn't be disappointed. I'd be happy and proud of her if she did win. But from what I've been hearing from Reggie and everybody talking about The Color Purple and the holdovers, yeah, I think it'd be between Divine and Danielle. I think, my opinion.
Yeah.
if I could say real quick, Sam, that I wouldn't be mad if America won as well. I think though that one of the problems that I had with Barbie was the fact that she had to have that monologue. It's
Mm.
that 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 the movie couldn't have said what it needed to say without her having that monologue. And I think that that's problematic in America. I don't think that's problematic in the film, but I think it's problematic that the film had to reflect the problem that we have in America, that the monologue had to be said because the movie couldn't say it without the monologue.
That's crazy. America literally had to say it for America.
Hello.
All right. So one thing I wanted to say from the last category, Best Supporting Actor, I thought that this is gonna sound bad. I think I would have been able to swap out Mark Ruffalo for Charles Melton. I think Charles Melton in May December was phenomenal, and he didn't get any kind of nomination or recognition at all for a performance that I think was one of the best last year. I just want to state that explicitly. But as far as with this category, it's hard, man. I think that Daniel Brooks has the stronger performance in The Color Purple. But everything has been the writing on the wall as Divine Joy Randolph, who is phenomenal in that movie. America did great in Barbie, but it's really between these two amazing women. I think that Divine Joy Randolph is gonna win this because I think it's just her year, and that's where it looks like it's going. But if Danielle did win, I would be happy and proud nonetheless. So.
And Sam, I have to say this: if any one of them win it, be it Divine, Danielle, or America, please, Hollywood, give them some roles, some meaty roles to have. Give them something to work with afterwards. They shouldn't be languishing out there trying to get some side roles and being an Academy Award winner. Now, even if they don't win, they shouldn't be doing that. But come on now, that's what I want to say on that.
Yeah, don't give her that Monique treatment.
Can I say this? Because and excuse my language, Sam, because I fucking love Godzilla -1. I feel like someone who should be in this category, in my opinion, is Minami Hamabe, who played Noriko, the wife in Godzilla -1. Again, I will. If someone wants to have the 2-hour live stream talking about Godzilla -1, I'm there. With a few movements and looks and the shots of Minami in that movie, I could tell what she was thinking, how she was feeling, what she wanted. And the fact that it was in Japanese and I don't speak an ounce of the Japanese, I connected with her and I was so effing worried the whole time, was something that I took away from that movie. So I feel like she, if you're gonna take Mark Ruffalo out of the best supporting actors, I would put Minami Hamabe in best supporting actress.
Respect. This next one is just gonna make me irritated, but we're gonna talk about it nonetheless. Animated feature film.
Woo.
A Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Nimona, Robot Dreams, which is amazing, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I have a little bit of stake in this game because I think that Spider-Verse should not just be for best visual effects. I think it deserves to be in the category of best picture. I wanted to say that there are a couple other animated films that are absolutely more deserving than Nimona and Elemental, but I think because of interference when it comes to like international, we're in the situation we're in. Suzume should be in this category, absolutely. I don't know how Suzume got skipped over, but that could have been traded off for Nimona. And I think there's another movie that's a basketball movie called The First Slam Dunk. It was phenomenal, and neither one of those ended up in this category, but it's fine. I just wanted to state it now. But Mike, what is going to win Best Animated Feature Film? Because if it ain't The Boy and the Heron, it better be something else.
What's up, Danger?
I mean, I think it's self-explanatory.
Got it. Thanks, Mike. We appreciate you. Reggie, what's gonna win best?
So if I was voting, I'd vote for Spider-Man, but I think a Boy and Heron is going to win. If you look at it, won the BAFTA, won the Chicago, it won Golden Globes. I think the Boy and the Heron is gonna be a surprise.
Hurts my whole heart too. Ronin.
In my second viewing of Across the Spider-Verse, I was with Sam, and Sam remember this. I had the time of my effing life seeing Across the Spider-Verse the way we got to see that in my second viewing. That movie has a punch that's still being felt since the release date. And I don't know if if y'all have already talked about best score or best music yet.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay, well then I'll save my rent for later. Yeah, I will. Yeah, that movie is an achievement, just like Into the Spider-Verse, and I think it should go with it. Although Reggie has a point with what I've been hearing about the Boy and Heron and people just giving it awards, but I think you have to balance it out. And I think if you don't give Across the Spider-Verse any of those awards, but you give it to the Oscar, I can sleep. I can be a happy camper, in my opinion.
Man, so now y'all making me think. And I'll say this because Ronin was actually in LA randomly at the same time I was, and he got to go and see Spider-Verse with the orchestra with me, which they're now going and doing that across the United States, which is, if you get a chance to go and definitely do it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. You guys were together. You guys were together in the same city, and you went to a movie together. And so you and I, we were together, and you went to a movie, and I went someplace else. Okay, all right.
No, you ain't getting on this one because I invited everybody. I was like, hey, y'all want to go see Spider-Verse? I can't remember what y'all were looking at Origin.
No, I'm not talking about Spider-Verse. You went to see Godzilla -1. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So we're together.
Right.
We're hanging together. So one of the things that I like, this is great because that means that he doesn't just like to hang around black people. That he because he took you with him, but he ain't take me. It's wow. It's amazing, amazing. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. This is your show, Sam. My bad.
To be fair, we weren't when before I got to the movie auditorium and up into that, I didn't know I was gonna have that experience in my opinion. So we technically weren't together. We were in the same vicinity, but he was off doing his rock star stuff, and I was doing my Latino Heat stuff. So and then it was the multiverse. It was Spider-Man. It was Spider-Man's fight. It was Miles Morales was effing with the multiverse, and then in one multiverse, I guess this one. Boom, I got a text and I ran my ass to the nearest Uber, and the rest is history.
Yeah, he almost did not make it.
Yeah.
I'm really glad on the serious. I'm really glad you guys got the experience that way, and I do hope, Sam, because you told me about that as well. I do hope that that's happening in Chicago at some point or somewhere where I can see it, because the way you described it now, Ronin, co-signing that sounded like that was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was. So next on deck, for me. Oh man, why'd you have to say that? I don't know. I really don't know if Spider-Verse is gonna win. I don't. It's either gonna be The Boy and the Heron. I don't know if I can detach my emotions from this and make an actual sound decision. What will the Academy give it to if it's the Academy? They already screwed Spider-Verse out of Best Picture and Visual Effects. They screwed it out of Soundtrack. They didn't even nominate it for Soundtrack. So if they didn't nominate it for Soundtrack, if they didn't give that movie any awards, they'd look bad. So I'm going to say Across the Spider-Verse, they're going to still give it to Across the Spider-Verse for Best Animation. But if it doesn't win, it's going to go to The Boy and the Heron.
Yep.
So
watch it not go to any of those two movies.
Bro, I swear, if they put this joint to Elemental, I'm done. The only movie up here that I would give that to is Robot Dreams, because Robot Dreams is the epitome of an animated version of Past Lives. It is amazing. Completely foreign. Well, it's not even foreign because there's no words. There's no actual talking. It's just straight up amazing animation. But next up, we got makeup and hairstyle. Let's go ahead and get through these quick. All right. So, Mike, what do you got for makeup and hairstyling?
Where's Color Purple at? I don't see the winner here.
Mike, what do you think the Academy is going to vote for?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see the winner here. Anyway.
Go ahead and just put Poor Things, Mike. Hurry up.
It's going to be Poor Things.
Thank you. Reggie.
yeah, I think it's going to be Poor Things, but it might be Maestro.
How's that trying to that made me laugh?
Hey, he's actually not wrong because
I'm not saying that. I just remember what Lucas said.
Wait, what do you say?
Ronin.
I can't say it.
Ronin, what do you got for makeup and hairstyling? What's wrong? I'm about to mute you.
I suppose it'd be, again, out of all these five, I would love if Poor Things got some love, but I would not be surprised if they just give it to Maestro. If we feel that the best actor is going to go to who we think we is going to get it, then Maestro might get the love here.
That's actually a really good point.
If you know what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I think it can go either way, and I'd be fine with either one. I think that they did a good job with the prosthetics and makeup for William Dafoe, and I think the costuming and the styling for Emma Stone was great. But Maestro, they did a really good job with Bradley Cooper's switch over and changes. So I'm gonna go with Poor Poor Things. All right, now this is where it gets even more controversial. International film, best
Bro.
international film.
Oh, you might get 2 rants out of me.
All right, Mike.
Where's Godzilla -1 at?
Mike, I swear,
Man, you beat me to it.
I'm gonna mute
I don't
you.
see the winner. See, they mentioned
Mike, what
get
is
the
the
right edit
best
to it.
international film? Please just go ahead and say The Zone of Interest. Let's go.
Yeah, it is Zone of Interest.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Reggie, what do you got for best?
I think it's going to be Zone of Interest, but I will tell you is that maybe current. I still teach, and the teachers' lounge. What they did there, I thought it was. I thought it was provocative, just a very, very provocative film, and said a lot about our society in so many different ways, from the teachers to the administration to the students and to the parents. I have a bias, and I'd vote for the Teachers Lounge, but I think it's going to be the Zone of Interest.
Okay. Ronin, what do you got for best international?
Gentlemen, excuse my language. Where the fuck is Godzilla -1, huh? Where the hell is it? Are you shitting me? This movie that just stayed in theaters over and over and over. So much so that they gave it a black and white treatment, and I saw it again. That's highway robbery right there. You know what? I've been hearing the whole thing of Zone of Interest, and it's just like, oh man, oh. But Society of Snow has also been getting some love. So I think those two might be a coin toss, in my opinion. But I think you never know. You never know. I think it'd be a coin toss between those two.
All right. For me, oh god, it's between The Zone of Interest and Perfect Days. Perfect Days is an amazing film. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend you go and check it out. I could easily see Perfect Days beating The Zone of Interest, to be honest with you. But Society of Snow, I've heard a lot of buzz circling around it, but I don't think that they're gonna give that for best international film. It's between The Zone of Interest and Perfect Days. One thing that I'll say controversial is that Anatomy of a Fall and Godzilla -1 both should be here. Why they're not, I don't know why Anatomy of a Fall isn't here. But it should be, and Godzilla -1 should be as well, in my opinion. All right, next on deck. Score, and I'm gonna keep from saying something. So
shit.
Well, never mind. Thanks, Ronin.
Oh, my bad.
Mike, look, I need you to pull it together. If I'm pulling it together, you got to pull it together. What is going to win Best Original Score?
Nah, I'm gonna do
Mike, that's not what I asked.
I'm gonna do mine.
I agree with that. I
hear that, but I'm talking about what's gonna win. This almost 1 o'clock.
Who gives up? I'm just kidding.
Put the thing back on. Why Indiana Jones on this?
Mike.
Anyway,
I love Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Okay. We can put one for Oppenheimer, I guess. Get that Hans Zimmer in there. Oh wait, no, not Hans Zimmer. It's a dude who wrote Black Panther. Yeah, let's give it to him. He's 2-time Academy Award winner. Let's give him a third one.
All right. Reggie.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Oppenheimer.
3 times.
All right. Ronan.
I think it'd be Oppenheimer as well, but I would want Poor Things to get some love because that score as well was something else in my opinion. And this is so weird that I'm rooting against John Williams because he's my favorite composer, and not Dial of Destiny, but Raiders of the Lost Ark is my favorite film score of all time. That's so weird. I'm rooting against Indy and John Williams, but yeah, I think Oppenheimer is gonna win it, but it would be nice for me if Poor Things got some love.
Ronin, say something real nice, but don't take it the wrong way because it's not a slight against you. You're going against it because it doesn't deserve to be here. Indiana
You.
Jones and the Dial of Destiny score does not deserve to be
Yeah.
in the best original score this year. That's not taking anything away from John Williams. He's an amazing, masterful composer. I mean, man, the American Fiction soundtrack was freaking phenomenal. Everything up here but Indiana Jones does not make any sense to me. That is the place that Spider-Man should have been. And I think
agree.
because Spider-Man is an animated film, they said, nah, it's animated. It can't be here. I honestly feel like that's what it is. But what's gonna win is Oppenheimer. I mean, Poor Things could edge out over it, but Oppenheimer is probably gonna be the winner. They don't bet against Ludwig. You might as well call him Tom Brady of scoring. So Oppenheimer.
I echo your notion. I think Across Spider-Verse should be in place of Dial of Destiny, in my opinion. The only track I can remember besides the regular the Raiders March is Helena's theme. That's the only little bit of music I remember from that movie. Everything else I was just like, okay.
Yeah, so misery to injury. I gave you more punishment, gentlemen. There you go.
What's interesting, just real quick, Sam, that you talked about that Spider-Man should be here is that our friend Clayton felt so as well. He felt though that both Spider-Man and Saltburn's score should be in this category. So just thought I'd mention that.
Nah, he's absolutely right. And I mean, going down to freaking I don't know how y'all feel about it, but why you got two different songs from same soundtrack? Why do they do that? Like, I'm saying, should they do that? Shouldn't it only be one song per film that should get a nomination? I don't know. That's really weird to me. But the nominations are for original song, Fire Inside from Flaming Hot, I Am Ken from Barbie, It Never Went Away, American Symphony, A Song for the People, Killers of a Flower Moon, and What Was I Made For, Barbie by Billie Eilish. Now, the interesting thing about A Song for My People, I actually heard that performed in DC recently, and it was phenomenal. It was actually really freaking dope. But yeah, Mike, what's gonna actually come away with the win? And it's not What's Up Danger.
No, it was actually I Am Dreaming, written by Lily Tyler, Wayne, Rosie, Rakeem Myers, Mike Dean, Peter Lee Johnson, and in script Wayne. Anyway, yeah, that's what should win. That's the winners. I just read that. But anyway,
My kids know that song, so yes. I know.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Okay. Ryan Gosling's performing I Am Ken. I'm just Ken at the Oscars. I'm looking forward to that. However, I think What I Was Made For is going to get the win. If I wouldn't be surprised, I'm just Ken. I just think that they put those two songs there for in terms of cultural significance, and also when you give Barbie something. Yeah, it's between those two in the same movie though, but it's really weird. I had never seen that before, where two songs are in the same film, both being nominated. Kind of weird. But yeah, it's What Was I Made For. That was more powerful song.
Okay. All right. Reggie, what's gonna win?
Yeah. So I'm pretty positive that two songs being nominated in the same has been done before. I would have actually, and I could have seen it for this year, but for a different film. I could have seen it for American Fiction, and I can also have seen it for The Color Purple. So I felt that they had both had at least three strong songs that could have been there. But anyway, I think that if from a moving effect, I think that the song needs to move you. So it's really interesting that you said that you heard the song, and if you're like, oh my goodness, the Ken song, it's cool, but it didn't move me. I think that what Billie Eilish and Phineas did for that song, "What Was I Made For," I think that hands down in relationship to the songs that are there.
No, I feel that, Reggie. Ronan, what about you?
I think I'm just Ken. Just because everybody was talking about that song. Everybody was talking about Ryan and that song. Um, yeah, two songs from the same film. I feel like if people have been nominated for an acting role, two people in the same movie, I think it wouldn't be far fetched if they did it for original song. Um, yeah, that's it.
I think what I'm getting at with the whole, say hypothetically speaking, you got like this one dope movie that everybody loves, and it's got like a crazy soundtrack. Like, I mean, I guess technically, Black Panther could have done that if they voted for it like that, but they didn't. They only voted one of those songs. But say hypothetically speaking that they went and like they put four different songs from Black Panther up there. I don't think that's really fair. I think it's different when you have like an actor that's putting certain effort, but I think when it comes down to it and it's narrowed down to like, oh, okay, your specific movie, pick a song. Because we kind of came into that with Encanto. Like there was a song for Encanto that what was it? What was that freaking song?
We can talk about Bruno.
Yeah. And they didn't even put it in. It didn't get the nomination for it, but I think that they didn't push for it either. So it's like when you push for something and then you get three or two, that's weird to me. But I think it should be consolidated. But what I think is gonna win absolutely is the Billie Eilish song. What was I made for? Is probably gonna be the winner for this one. There's several different songs on the Spider-Man soundtrack that, again, like I said, my kids love. I love that. I think should be up here, but it's not about what I want. It's about what's gonna win. So here we go. Next, we got production design. We got Barbie, Killers of a Flower Moon, Napoleon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. Mike, what do you got for this one?
This would be Barbie, in my opinion. But again, I won't be surprised if Poor Things take it. But yeah, I'm gonna put a sign up for Barbie on this one. But again, Poor Things will come be runner up for that.
All right, Reggie, what about you?
Production design. I, I've been feeling that it's going to go to Oppenheimer. I don't know why, but that's what I've been feeling. But I just wouldn't be surprised if it goes to Poor Things.
Okay. And Ronan, what about you?
I think Poor Things deserves it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a coin toss between Poor Things and Barbie.
Yeah, I'm in the same sentiment. I think it can go either way, Poor Things or Barbie. But I think that I don't know, from a scope of work standpoint, like it put a lot of work into Barbie, but there's some of the shots and the craziness that happens in Poor Things that easily could edge it out, in my opinion, as well. And I think we did it. We did it, guys. That's it. Here,
Hey,
we went through the whole list. Can't believe it, but we did it. Back like we never left. So
Mhm.
I got everybody's tallies up here. I think what I'm gonna try to do sometime tomorrow. I'm gonna be out of my state, but I'll try to see on TikTok or something. I'll also give a free copy, digital copy of Across the Spider Verse, just for anybody that's kind of watching this video right now and checking it out. So we'll give everybody opportunity to plug. Reggie, let you go up first, sir. Where can everybody find your content?
Yeah, people can find me at reggieponder.com. And then my social is at The Real Critic on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, which that's where I'm supposed to be, but I'm really not that active, but that's where you can find me.
Thank you, Reggie. All right, Mike, where can everybody find your content, sir?
Yeah, you can find me here on Team JVS, but also find me here also on Jedi Mike 7 on YouTube and on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. If it still be here tomorrow, but we'll see.
Mike is so sleepy. Ronan, where can everybody find your content?
You can find me at Ronin and Chain on YouTube, on socials. Once in a while, I'll come and hang out at TeamJVS with some stuff. And yeah, there's a lot of irons in the fire for what's coming for 2024.
Yes, sir. And he's gonna be on TikTok soon.
If it still exists, I guess. I don't know.
Right. Exactly. We'll see tomorrow.
At this point.
It'll still be there. Don't worry.
Okay, Biden might say something different, but hey, who knows?
It'll still be there. Don't worry. Thank you guys so much for joining us for the prediction videos. I'm gonna try to have this up as soon as I possibly can. I'll talk to you guys soon. Stay tuned for, I think, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time for the Oscars. I unfortunately will not be covering it live, but maybe these gentlemen will. Go and check out their social media contacts in the description bar below. They might have some reactions or some crazy stuff on social media. And yeah, rest assured it's going to be crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace, people.
Pleasure.